Even now, I find it hard to believe. While everything seems so calm in this lobby, just one step beyond lies the grand bench where my fate will be decided.
And what do you want?
Nothing.
Clearly I'll be won't do you any good, you damned murderer.
Sorry. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodou. I'm a second-year student at Imperial Yumi University at the Empire of Japan. 3 days ago, I was caught up in a terrible incident. And now, I await my judgment.
Halt. Bailiff, I'd say it's about time you stem the flow of garbage coming from your mouth.
Excuse me? Who do you think you are?
I'm the defense attorney for the defendant before you.
Defense attorney, you say?
Till today's trial has ended, till the final verdict has been passed. You have no right to call this man a criminal. Watch your words, Bailiff.
Grr, ignorant little you-know-it-all. You and your stupid logic.
At least I'm capable of making logical arguments, unlike you. Don't you agree, Ryunosuke Naruhodou?
Huh? Whoa, sorry about all that.
Why are you apologizing to me?
Never mind. I'm really sorry, Asougi, for giving you such trouble.
And in the end, you still apologize. You never change.
Guess not.
Lately, your name has been in every paper in the capital. Imperial Yumi University professor killed. The culprit, a student of the same university. And yet, you didn't do it, did you?
Of course not! You have to believe me! I didn't kill him! I'm not a murderer!
Then stop hanging your head. Chin up, back straight.
Asougi!
I believe in you, Ryunosuke Naruhodou.
This is my best friend, Kazuma Asougi. He's a second-year student like me. But to be frank, he and I are worlds apart. He's the pride and joy of our university. Even though he's still a student, he's already qualified to be a defense attorney.
You're too kind. Defense attorneys are still a emerging profession here in Japan. We are but a meager existence in the judicial system, at least for now.
I know I already said this 3 days ago, but... Asougi, as your friend, I couldn't be more proud of you. 3 days ago. That's right. That was when it happened. Congratulations, Asougi! You've finally been approved to study abroad!
Yes, I've finally done it. Feels like a dream come true. It seems the government has recognized my achievements as both a student and a lawyer.
You'll be studying the greatest legal system in the world as a representative of Japan. As your friend, I couldn't be more proud of you. There isn't a soul in Yumi University who doesn't know Asougi's name. Wherever he goes, a mystery warm breeze follows, so the rumors say.
For the sake of reforming this country's legal system, I want to observe a true legal system across the sea with my own 2 eyes.
The British Empire! Man, I wish I could see it.
Then why don't you come with me? It would bring me great pleasure to rampage through the Queen's domain with you.
You make it sound so easy.
Oh, would you look at the time? I have to get going soon.
I'll stay a bit longer. We came all this way after all.
You're right. We rarely get the chance to visit a high-class establishment like this. Well then, take care. I'll see you in tomorrow's English lecture. Partner.
Shortly afterwards, it began.
A moment, please.
Why, Professor? I didn't expect to see you.
Well, I can't say that this incident doesn't concern me. More importantly, you're out to go and see the judge in his chambers.
The judge?
He's been looking for you for quite some time. You took on the role of a defense attorney without much warning. Test your forget. As a result, today's proceedings seems to be in a bit of disarray.
Who is this gentleman? I feel like I've seen him around the university before.
Understood. I'll be there at once.
Allow me to accompany you.
Well then, Naruhodou, I'll see you in the courtroom.
Right. I'm counting on you, Asougi. Wow, this is awkward.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Asougi has informed me that you are his best friend. If that's true, then there's something you must know.
What is it?
As you're aware, Asougi is set to study abroad in the British Empire. However, in the event that he loses today's trial, his trip will be suspended, and he'll never receive such an opportunity again.
What?
You really didn't know? Then I suspect that Asougi would wish to hide the trust from you.
So Asugi's defending me despite the risk. Wait, why would they do that to him?
Our government chooses who gets to study abroad for a wild pool of candidates. Let's just say that to receive such a privilege is no laughing matter.
But... Still, I swear I didn't do it. I'm not a murderer.
Oh, but of course, however, I must warn you, it will be quite difficult to prove your innocence. You see, today's trial is special, to say the least.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
You'll find out once the trial begins, whether you like it or not.
Then, what on earth should I do?
Keep this in mind. I'm not asking you to just stand there and accept a guilty verdict.
Huh?
As soon as the trial begins, the judge will propose a certain question to the defense. To this question, you must reply, "I am," before anyone has a chance to speak.
I am? Hold on. What kind of question is this going to be?
What are you waiting for? You want to be held in contempt of the court and declared guilty? That cocky little attorney won't be much help anyway. So move it!
If we were to lose today's trial, not only will I be found guilty of murder, Asougi will lose his chance to study abroad, too. And so, blissfully unaware of what lay ahead, I headed off to the trial. That fateful trial, one I'd never forget. So, this is a courtroom.
Not just any courtroom, it's the Supreme Court, the highest legal authority in the Empire.
Something feels off about this gallery. Why are there so many people in uniform?
Today's trial is being conducted in absolute secrecy by order of the government.
Absolute secrecy?
That's what I said. The general public has no idea that this trial is taking place. The only ones allowed to be in attendance are military and government officials.
Huh? But why?
You'll find out soon enough. More importantly, time to focus, Naruhodou. It's about to begin.
Court is now in session for the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodou.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
As is the defense.
Before we proceed, there is one thing I would like to confirm. Last night, I received an urgent request for a change of attorney from the defense.
Yes, Your Honor. It was I who submitted that request.
Custom dictates that an attorney ought to be appointed 2 days before the trial. Therefore, I must ask for confirmation. Who is to stand as the defense for the accused in today's trial?
Huh, here it is! The opening question! In other words, who will be defending me in this trial? But if I answer I am, that would mean... There's no time to think. Should I?
Your Honor, there is no need to confirm. Needless to say, the one who will be defending the accused is...
Sir!
What is that out-of-place yell?
The one who will be defending the accused is... me! Ryunosuke Naruhodou!
What?
What do you think you're doing, Naruhodou?
Professor Mikotoba told me everything.
Come again?
If I'm declared guilty, you'll study abroad will be suspended.
I'm disappointed. You're saying that you don't trust me at all. You think that if I was your attorney, we would lose this trial.
No, absolutely not. But if there's even a chance that you'd, because of me.
I knew it. I knew you'd pull something like this. That's why I kept my mouth shut. Damn it, Professor Mikotoba. That was completely unnecessary.
Very well. The court acknowledges that the accused will defend himself in today's proceedings.
I see. By renouncing his attorney, the accused is admitting to his own crime.
Objection! Do not misunderstand. The one who was most sure of his own innocence is simply the defendant himself. That's all. Isn't that right, defendant?
Yeah! That's right! But if I'm being honest, this defense is drawing total blank on what to do next.
First of all, do something about those shifty eyes of yours.
How dare a mere student bother the great Supreme Court with such a tried case? Surely I, the great Auchi, am not the only one outraged by this.
As you gentlemen know, this is the grand bench of the Supreme Court. As such, we demand a trial befitting this courtroom, the pinnacle of our legal system. Defendant.
Yes!
I shall now gauge whether or not you are qualified to stand in this court.
Okay. What's he gonna do?
In other words, the judge doubts that you have the ability to properly defend yourself.
The joke's on him, because the person with the most doubts is no other than myself.
Now, I shall pose some simple questions to the defense regarding this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
First, what is the name of the victim of this murder? Answer promptly and clearly.
Okay, I should know this one. I've heard it countless times since the incident. It's... Huh? Oh no, I'm so nervous I can't remember. What was his name? Again?
Naruhodou? You're drawing a total blank on this one, right?
You're my best friend, alright?
Don't worry, everything about the incident has been logged in the court record.
The court record?
Yeah, go ahead and open up the court record. You could check the name. In there, you'll find everything you need, even things you may have forgotten.
Great! Let's try opening the court record.
Here's all the evidence. You can also view the profiles of people involved in the case. Once you've confirmed the victim's details, close the court record. All relevant pieces of information can be found in the court record. Remember that. Now, we shouldn't keep His Honor waiting. Present your answer to him. Choose the profile of the victim and present it to the court.
Sir! The victim is... Dr. John H. Watson.
Of course you would remember the name of a professor at your own university.
Dr. Watson was a medical doctor from the British Empire. 3 years ago, he was invited to teach at Imperial Yume University.
And that is why we have such a tremendous debacle on our hands. The British Empire, a country with which the Empire of Japan wishes to maintain strong diplomatic relations. Recently, after lengthy negotiations, our two empires signed a new treaty.
The Japanese Anglo Treaty of Commerce and Navigation. Everyone knows about it.
Ha! You knew that, and yet you still took the life of a Briton. What's more, you're students at Imperial Yume University yourselves. Disgraceful! You murdered a professor of an institution of learning. Have you no shame?
But I didn't do it!
Due to the grave nature of this incident, we have drawn the attention of the British Empire. They have requested that the Supreme Court pass swift judgment in today's trial.
In other words, our spineless government is bending over backwards to appease the Brits. You're just being used as a convenient scapegoat for that end.
Is that what makes this trial so special?
Exactly. Our country must find someone to punish as soon as possible. All because the victim is a Brit.
A British man? Dr. John H. Watson? This has nothing to do with our countries, or that treaty. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time!
Oh, would you look at the time? I have to get going soon.
I'll stay a bit longer. We came all this way after all.
You're right. We rarely get the chance to visit a high-class establishment like this. Well then, take care. I'll see you in tomorrow's English lecture. Partner.
Off to the British Empire, huh? What a guy. Oh. I've seen that man on campus before, I think. He's that doctor from Britain. I never got his name, though. Maybe I should introduce myself. And so? I went to Dr. Watson's table to introduce myself.
Now, let us move on to the next question.
Yes, Your Honor!
How was Dr. John H. Watson robbed of his life? Present the cause of death to the Supreme Court.
Dr. Watson's cause of death? Of course that would be...
Naruhodou. This is a court of law. Here we let the evidence speak for itself.
The evidence?
Quickly, present the piece of evidence showing the doctor's cause of death.
Sir! According to this thing, it was blood loss from a gunshot wound, Your Honor.
At least call it by its proper name, imbecile. That thing is a post-mortem report.
Yes, the post-mortem.
In the West, for example, in the British Empire, corpses undergo what's called an autopsy. But in our country, police surgeons conduct a post-mortem examination instead.
Right, now I get it. I don't get it at all.
Allow me to present a photograph of the crime scene. As you can see, there are gunpowder burns around the bullet hole, meaning the victim was shot at point-blank range. There's no other conclusion.
Very well. The court accepts this modern investigation tool as evidence.
Wow. So this is a photograph. It's my first time seeing one. It captures far more detail than what you'd expect from an illustration.
Very well. You have proven yourself to the court. The questioning ends here. Now, let us proceed with the trial.
Understood, Your Honor. First, I would like to give an overview of this incident. I hereby summon a witness who was present at the scene of the crime.
Oof. Here we go.
I just realized what the professor had in mind.
Professor Mikotoba, you mean?
He knew that you'd be the one defending yourself in court. However, as long as I stand by your side, I can still offer you advice.
Oh, that's true. Here's what Professor Mikotoba told me. Kazuma Asougi must not stand as a defense attorney in today's trial.
Good grief. Everything went exactly as the professor planned.
Please lend me your wisdom, Asougi.
You got it. For starters, do something about your shifty eyes and cold sweats.
Only if you do something about your fluttery headband and cold gaze.
Witness, please state your name and occupation in the court. Certainly. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am a waiter at Qantas, a restaurant serving Western cuisine.
Are you okay? There's blood dripping out of your mouth.
Oh, this is completely normal. I'm perfectly fine.
I'm not too sure about that.
A few years ago, the southern eastern corner of the capital was open to foreign settlements. Now it has become a fashionable area, lined with hotels catering to visitors from abroad. The crime occurred 3 days ago in that area, at a restaurant specializing in Western cuisine.
Witness, please share everything you know with the court.
As you wish. Try not to interrupt this man's testimony, amateur attorney. I'm warning you.
Yes, sir. I've never called myself an attorney.
It was just after 2 p.m. that day. We normally have a few patrons at that hour. After the lunch rush, only 3 groups of customers remained.
Come to think of it, he's right. There weren't many customers at the time.
I was in the kitchen putting away the dishes when suddenly a gunshot rang out from the dining area. When I ran out in a panic, I saw it. I saw the British gentleman, the victim, slumped over in his chair. Standing next to him was the defendant, holding a pistol.
Sir! Wait, please, wait a second. Yes, I picked up the gun when I noticed it on the ground. But I swear I didn't fire it.
Objection! Save your breath. I've already told you to shut your mouth. We are here to listen to the witness's testimony, not your outburst, amateur.
But...
The next time you interrupt, be prepared to suffer a penalty.
Naruhodou, you'll get your chance to strike back eventually. For now, listen to what this man has to say.
Oh...
Witness, there was one thing I would like to confirm. You saw the accused standing next to the victim with a pistol, correct? Certainly, that is correct. I see. And apart from his accused, no one was near the victim. Certainly not. Apart from the deceased British gentleman and the defendant, no one else was present.
Huh? Wait, what did he just say? No one else was present. Was present near the victim?
What's the matter, Naruhodou?
That's not how I remember it. When I walked over to introduce myself to Dr. Watson, there was a woman sitting in the chair across from him.
What?
There's no way the waiter missed that. They kept telling me not to interrupt, but can I really just stand here and watch this? Sir! Give me just a moment to defend myself. Dr. Watson wasn't sitting alone at the time. I'm certain that there was a woman sitting at the diamond table with him.
Objection! My, what's a troublemaker? This attorney will stop at nothing to interfere with the trial. He's little more than a fraud. I'm not even sure that we can reasonably call the accused an attorney.
But...
Witness, are you sure that your memory isn't flawed?
I certainly am. The British gentleman came to the restaurant by himself that day.
But that's impossible!
I made sure to sketch the seating arrangement of our patrons right here. I implore you to check for yourself.
This appears to be a sketch of the crime scene.
Since it was an emergency situation, I resorted to using the back of my business card. As you can see, this shows that the victim was alone at the time in question.
You've gone above and beyond the call of duty. Truly, you're an admirable young waiter.
You flatter me, Your Honor.
I request that you present that sketch to the court as evidence for the trial.
Oh, well,
Is something wrong? Go on, hand it over.
Certainly, as you wish.
That's odd. He was pretty calm up until now.
He's right. The waiter doesn't seem to look a bit flustered.
And so, that summarizes what happened during the incident.
When the gunshots rang out from the dining room, the only person near the victim was the accused. Why, I'd say we'll be wrapping up this trial early today. Defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodou,
Yes, Your Honor.
if you plead guilty now, the court is willing to recognize your plea as a mitigating factor.
He means that your punishment may be reduced. Be aware that this witness was only here to provide a summary of the incident. But if you insist on prolonging this trial, then the prosecution will gladly summon a decisive witness to the stand.
Hey, Asougi, what should I do?
What are you talking about?
Well, it sounds like I'm going to be declared guilty sooner or later. So, I think that it might be best if I just plead guilty right now. I mean, everyone's been talking about how special this trial is, right? You, Professor Mikotoba, heck, even the judge and the prosecutor. If the trial keeps going like this, I'm scared about how it might end.
As I said before the trial, I believe in you, Naruhodou. And now, in spite of that, you intend to betray my good faith?
Huh?
If the defendant is truly innocent, it's a defense attorney's duty to use any means necessary to prove it so. You have a duty to defend yourself. Are you going to abandon your duty? Even worse, you'll give up the battle when it's only just begun. The defense will continue to fight for the innocent verdict until the very end. The prosecution needs to stop stalling for time and just move on with the trial. Go ahead, call this so-called decisive witness to the stand.
Very well. Prosecutor Auchi, continue as you were.
Oh, how young and foolish you both are to not know your place in this court. They may call me a saint, but I'm prepared to become a demon.
Oh.
Before long, I shall have you impotent little mouths sealed and you at your knees. The prosecution will now call 2 witnesses to the stand.
Now, Bailiff, bring in the prosecutor's witnesses.